All right, our next video. Good morning. Whew, glad we're sucking down this coffee. So this is a 11th video. Sometimes I want to get more money back from the seller. You'd be surprised. So I've already done the inspection. I've got the tenant ready to move in. Now I got to pay for the appraisal, $500 to the bank to appraise the property to make sure it's the value is what I'm paying for it. The bank likes that. They want to make sure that the house is worth $100,000 if I'm buying it for $100,000. I'll do the appraisal, and then I'll call up the other agent who represents the seller, and I'll say, only appraised for $85,000. You need to knock off some more money off the purchase price. And you'd be surprised. If you ask for like another $2,500, sometimes the seller will do it. $5,000 depends on how motivated the seller is. Sometimes I'm dealing with family that inherited the house. They've got it in their mind that they've already got it sold. I've already done the inspection. I'm happy with it. It didn't appraise. I need another $5,000 off. Sometimes they say yes, and then that just puts more money in my pocket. If they agree, I can either lower the price and get more money back in concessions. So instead of getting just my 3% commission and the $10,000 I'm getting back from the seller, if I ask for $5,000 lower, then I'm getting, I keep the price the same at $100,000, and now I'm just getting an additional $5,000 more at closing from the seller in concessions. I call it concessions, but here's something really important. As an investor, I can only get 2% of the purchase price as concessions. When I'm talking about getting the $10,000 back from the seller and the 3% in commission, I'm calling that all commission. As a real estate agent, like you are going to be if you haven't already, you can get whatever commission you want. No law against that. This is a great nuance that most people don't understand off the get-go. This is why you get your real estate license, so that you can get as much money back in commission on the purchase of your properties. So it's very important for you to get your real estate license, because now you can get a commission, which is very large, that you can use towards the purchase price. You need to have a little bit of money in the bank, because if you're buying a property for $100,000, the bank's going to want to see that you have enough money as your down payment. It's important for you to have that pool of cash sitting in your bank account, and you have to show them 3 months of statements to prove that you have that amount of money. In this case, $20,000. You need to have $20,000 in your bank account to show that you can buy the property. The bank wants to make sure of that. So if you have $20,000 in the bank, you're buying the house, you're putting $20,000 down, and at closing, you're getting a commission check from your title company, which takes time to clear, 3, 4, 5 days for it to clear. You're getting that $20,000 back as a commission. So you're getting $10,000 or sometimes $13,000, sometimes $15,000 back at closing, which is that commission that you're getting. Plus, if the tenant has put $10,000 with the title company, which is applied to the purchase price, sometimes you get that money back. It can't just be applied to your mortgage. They want to see where your money's coming from. So let's talk about how you cover your butt that way.